Well, hi, hello, my dear students. Welcome to my video lecture class. Right up to now, I uploaded video lectures on the chapter Magnetic Effect of Current. Dear student, based upon this chapter, already I discussed several videos. I uploaded several videos. So please watch that previous lectures for better understanding. Dear student, these are all lectures or linked lectures. If you watch the previous lectures, then only you can able to understand further lectures. So right, today I am going to discuss the most important topic for the board as well as NEET point of view. So please watch the lecture till the end. Definitely you should love this lecture. Right. The concept is magnetic field due to current carrying circular arc. Actually, current carrying arc. Magnetic field due to current carrying arc. Okay, so actually observe carefully. I consider arc means what? What is meant by arc? First of all, if you consider circle, okay, so if you remove a part of the circle, arc is removing from a part of a circle. So this is an arc. So this part is removed from the circle or not? If any part is removed from the circle, that is called arc. This arc made an angle. For example, observe carefully. Imaginary line I will draw. So this will give circle or not? This is what? This is what? Center. This is what here? Center. Okay. So then, okay, the center, this arc will made some angle with the center. This arc will made some angle with the center. Okay, this is the center of the circle. If you draw imaginary line, this is the center. This arc will made some angle with the center. Okay, this angle I consider as, this is an angle. This angle I consider as some alpha, and I be the current passing through this arc. I be the current. If I consider this is a small I, okay, I be the current passing through this arc. Let us consider an arc. Let us consider an arc. An arc, that means which is removed from circle. Okay, let us consider an arc which is removed from a circle. It has a radius smaller. It has a radius is smaller. This is a radius. This is I consider as a radius. This is a radius smaller. Okay, it has a radius smaller. And I be the current passing through an arc. Okay, so passing through an arc removed from circular loop. Okay, arc is removed from circular loop. The circular loop is made with a conductor, means this arc is nothing but a conducting material. Arc is made with conducting material. Arc is made with conducting material. Okay, This arc is made with a copper or it may be aluminum, so conducting material. So that is taken from the part of circle. Okay. So whenever some part is taken from the circle, it will give us an arc. So that the arc will made some angle with the center. This is the center C, and that angle is nothing but here alpha. I be the current passing through this arc, R be the radius. Then magnetic field at center, due to current carrying circular arc, okay. So magnetic field at center due to current carrying arc. So we need to find the magnetic field at this center C. So this is a center. Can I consider this is some O? So here O is nothing but center of center. O is nothing but center. So magnetic field at O we need to find. Okay. How to find magnetic field at O? So I will recapitulate one more time. So please observe carefully. Here what we need to find, magnetic field due to current carrying arc we need to find. How to find this? So let us consider an arc. This arc is, what is meant by arc? If you take a part from the circle, so if a circle is a full circle, from that full circle if you take one small part, that is acts as an arc. So this is an arc. I be the current passing through this arc, and it made an angle alpha with the center. R is the radius of this arc. Okay. So then find magnetic field at a point O. That means magnetic field at center due to current carrying arc. So you know already, every current carrying conductor produces magnetic field. That magnetic field is acting at this point O. Here I be the current passing through this an arc. Definitely that magnetic field is acting at this O. How to find that magnetic field? So by using Biot-Savart's law. Magnetic field can be finding by using two laws. One is Biot-Savart's law, another one is Ampere-Circuital law. So now I am going to solve this question by using Biot-Savart's law. Observe carefully. According to Biot-Savart's law, P is equal to dB is equal to mu naught by 4 pi into IDL sin theta by R square. This is Biot-Savart's law statement. dV is equal to mu naught by 4 pi into IDL sin theta by R square. Here I want magnetic field B. Magnetic field B is equal to integration of dV. So that means if you substitute dB value, integration of mu naught by 4 pi into IDL into sin theta. Here theta value is 90 degrees. Because angle theta is angle between dl bar comma r bar. Theta is angle between dl bar vector and r bar vector. Angle between dl bar vector and r bar vector is 90 degrees. dl bar vector and r bar vector is 90 degrees. Okay. So because dl bar is, if you draw the tangent to this arc, we'll get dl bar. This is a dl bar vector. This is r bar vector. What is the angle here? Okay, 90 degrees. I will represent in the form of dotted lines. Okay, if you draw the tangent to this arc, we'll get dl bar vector. So this is r bar vector. Angle between r bar and dl bar is 90 degrees. So here angle is 90 degrees. Okay, so here theta is angle between dl bar and r bar vector. So that's why sin 90 by r square. So then here what is a constant value? I is constant, mu naught is constant, 4 pi is constant, r square is constant. All constant values are removed. That means remove this side. Then what we'll get? mu naught I by 4 pi r square integral dl sin 90 value is 1. So then mu naught I by 4 pi r square into integral dl means L. Integral dl means L. What is length? So length L is equal to, so L is nothing but length of an arc. L is nothing but length of an arc. This length. This length. So here is some point I consider. Here is some point I consider means this is A. This is B means AB length. This AB part is called length of an arc. Length of an arc AB. Okay, length of an arc AB. Okay, this AB length is called L. How to find length of an arc? Length of an arc L is equal to radius into angle. Radius into angle made with center. Angle made with center. Angle made with center. So length of an arc formula, radius into angle made with center. What is the radius here? Radius is R. Angle made with center is alpha. What is the angle made with center? Alpha. So then R into angle made with center is alpha. That means L is equal to R alpha. So what is L value here? R alpha. So please substitute here. Instead of L, we can substitute mu naught I by 4 pi r square into, instead of L, we can substitute R alpha. R into alpha. So here square R going to be cancelled. Then finally what we will get here? What we will get here? So please observe carefully. Finally we will get magnetic field due to current carrying arc. V is equal to mu naught I by, this is a mu naught I by 4 pi r into alpha. Okay, here mu naught means magnetic permeability. So from this, what we got finally? Magnetic field due to current carrying arc, mu naught I by 4 pi r into alpha. Mu naught means magnetic permeability. Magnetic permeability. I is nothing but electric current. Electric current. R is nothing but a radius. R is nothing but here radius. Alpha is angle made with arc made an angle with center. With center. That to edge of arc. Edge of arc. Edges of arc made an angle with center. So edges of an arc, an angle made with center is called alpha. Okay, so this is alpha. Here the most important point is, dear student, here the most important point is alpha is always, we are taking in radians. Here alpha value always we take in the form of radians. You know already radian means 1 radian is equal to 180 degrees is equal to pi radians. 180 degrees is equal to pi radians. For example, if angle is 180 degrees means we will take pi radians. If angle is 30 degrees means, if angle is 1 degree means pi by 180 radians. Pi by 180 radians. So like that. If angle is 180 degrees, we will take pi radians. If angle is 1 degree, pi by 180 radians. If angle is 60 degrees, if angle is 60 degrees, if angle is 60 degrees, you know already how to convert 60 degrees into radians. 1 degree is equal to pi by 180 radians. Then 60 degrees. So you know already 1 degree is equal to pi by 180 radians. Radians is indicated with like this symbol. If numerator we indicate with this symbol, C means that is the form of radians. Pi by 180. 1 degree is represented in the form of pi by 180 radians. That means 60 degrees can be 1 degree is equal to pi by 180 radians. 1 degree is equal to pi by 180 radians. That means 60 degrees nothing but 60 into pi by 180. That we will get pi by 6 radians. Sorry, 63 is pi by 3 radians. Okay, 60 degrees. So if angle, the edges of an arc made an angle 60 degrees with the center, 60 degrees with the center, then 60 degrees is equal to 60 into pi by 180, that is equal to pi by 3 radians. Pi by 3 radians. For example, if it is 30 degrees, 30 into pi by 180. Am I right? Because 1 degree means pi by 180 radians. 30 degrees means 30 into pi by 180. Then 36 times pi by 6 radians. Okay? So, if angle they given, definitely we must convert into radians, and alpha value always we substitute in the form of radians. So, this is the formula, magnetic field due to current carrying arc. Next, we will discuss few numericals related with this concept. Well, to continuing my lecture on the chapter magnetic effect of current, now I am going to discuss few numerical problems related with magnetic field due to current carrying arc. You know already arc means if you take a part from the circle, that will give us an arc. For example, this is an arc. So here it is a figure. Observe carefully. So we need to find magnetic field at this point. I consider this is the point P. What is the magnetic field at this point P? We need to find. This is the diagram. Based upon this diagram and given readings, we need to find magnetic field at this point P. So please observe carefully. What is given data? Given data. A current of 10 amps. Electric current value is given 10 amps. Is passing through a long wire. This is a wire passing through a long wire. How it is current moving? So here is I current means definitely here entered like this, and again here entered like this. It is moving like this. So this is the current moving direction. Okay. So current moving direction. So this is the current moving direction. Okay. So electric current is moving in this way. So 10 amps is passing through a long wire which has semicircular loop. So this is a semicircular loop. Okay, semicircular loop of radius 20 centimeter. So a semicircular loop having radius of semicircular loop. Semicircular loop. R is equal to 20 centimeter. If you convert into meters, 20 into 10 power minus 2 meters. Okay. As shown in figure, magnetic field produced at the center. Magnetic field produced at the center. Nothing but this is a P. P is the center. Okay. Magnetic field produced at the center. So magnetic field produced at P. Okay. So we need to find. So magnetic field produced at center is nothing but P. I consider BP value we need to find. So how to find BP value? Dear student, please observe this diagram carefully. Here in this diagram, so one wire is there and again semicircular loop, again wire. So I will divide this as 3 parts. This is first part, this is the second part, this is the third part. This whole diagram I divided into three parts. One is wire, again semicircular loop, again wire. Three parts I divided. So for the first part, current is passing to this first part, and second part, current also passing to this second part. Current is passing to this third part. If current passing to this first part, current carrying through any conductor definitely produces magnetic field. So current is passing to this first part, definitely it will produce current, some magnetic field. That magnetic field is acting on P. This semicircular arc also, current is passing, definitely it will produce magnetic field. That magnetic field is acting on point P. This is also straight wire, current is passing through this straight wire, definitely it will produce magnetic field that will be acting on this point P. So due to these three parts, magnetic field is acting on point P. So I will write as magnetic field at point P is equal to magnetic field due to first part, magnetic field due to first part is I consider as B1, magnetic field due to second part I consider as B2, magnetic field due to third part as I consider as B3. Here B1 is equal to magnetic field due to first part, magnetic field due to part 1, due to part 1. So B2 means magnetic field due to part 2. B3 means magnetic field due to part 3. Okay, magnetic field due to part 1, magnetic field due to part 2, magnetic field acting due to part 3. So these are all produce magnetic fields at this point P. How to find these magnetic fields? If you add this all magnetic fields, we'll get a net magnetic field at this point P. So BP is equal to B1 plus B2 plus B3. How to find magnetic field due to this part 1? Observe carefully. So how to find magnetic field due to part 1? Here part 1 is a straight wire. So this is a part 1. Okay, part 1 is a straight wire. So this is a straight wire, part 1. So here, if you consider, so here is the point. This is the point. This point is exactly lies axis of this wire. This is part 1. Okay, the point, the magnetic field due to this point, part 1 is equal to 0. Magnetic field due to part 1 is equal to 0 because here the point lies axis of straight wire. So here first part is a straight wire, part 1 is a straight wire. Here part 1 is straight wire. Here part 1 is a straight wire. The point lies on axis of straight wire. If any point lies, note point you know already. If any point lies axis of straight wire, then magnetic field at that point is equal to 0. You know already this node point. If any point lies axis of straight wire, then magnetic field at that point is equal to 0. So this is a straight wire 1. Okay, first part is a straight wire. Here the P is the point lies axis of the straight wire. Definitely magnetic field at that point P due to this straight wire is 0. Okay, so B1 is equal to 0 we got. Next we will find B2. So next we will find B2. So how to find B2 here? magnetic field due to part 2, nothing but semicircular loop. Okay, magnetic field due to semicircular loop. What is the formula? Mu naught I by 4 pi r into alpha. So magnetic field due to arc. So this is also in the form of arc or not? Semicircular loop or arc. So this is in the form of arc or not? This is a part of circle or not? You know already. Magnetic field due to arc. Current carrying arc. Formula mu naught I by 4 pi r into alpha. Mu naught I by 4 pi r into alpha. Well, observe carefully here. B means magnetic field due to current carrying arc. B is nothing but magnetic field due to current carrying arc. What is the formula for magnetic field due to current carrying arc? Mu naught I by 4 pi r into alpha. Here this is semicircular arc. For semicircular arc, alpha value is 180 degrees. So already I told, whenever angle is there, that angle must converted into radians. Then only we can able to substitute that value in this formula. So here alpha value must take in radians. Alpha value must take in radians. So you know already 180 degrees is equal to pi radians. That means I substitute instead of alpha pi. Here, so now observe carefully. Mu naught means 4 pi into 10 power minus 7 into I value is, they given already 10 amps, 10 by R value. Mu naught value is 4 pi into 10 power minus 7. 4 pi value is 4 pi only. Mu naught value is 4 pi into 10 power minus 7. Okay. So 4 pi into 10 power minus 7 into 10, 4 pi. R value is, here they given R value is 20 centimeters. That means 20 into 10 power minus 2 meters into pi. Here 4 pi going to be cancelled. Okay. So then what we will get finally here? What we will get here? So observe carefully. So what we will get, magnetic field due to second loop, that is I consider as B2. B2 is equal to 10 power minus 7 into 10 into 3.142 by 20 into 10 power minus 2. 10 how many times? 2 times. So here 1 by 2 into 10 power minus 7, 10 power minus 2. That is nothing but minus 7 plus 2 minus 5 into 3.142. 3.142. So here you know already pi value you consider 3.142 or 22 by 7. So then 2 how many times here? 11 times. Then 11 by 7 into 10 power minus 5. Here pi value is 3.142 or 22 by 7. So that means here 2 how many times? 11 times. Then we will get 11 by 7 into 10 power minus 5. Then 7 how many times here? 7 1 7. Okay. And then 4 is left. 7 5s 35. So then 5 is left. 7 7s 1.57 into 10 power minus 5. So this is a magnetic field. This is magnetic field due to semicircular arc. 1.57 into 10 power minus 5 Tesla. 1.57 into 10 power minus 5 Tesla. So this is a main answer, B2 value. Next, B3. B3, the part of 3. The part of 3. So the part of 3 is a straight wire. The part of 3 is straight wire. Here you consider a straight wire. So this is a part of wire, third part. This is also straight wire. I is equal to 10 amps, current is passing. Whenever current is passing through this straight wire, definitely magnetic field is acting. But here this is axis of the straight wire. For this axis, the point P lies. The point P lies on. The point P lies on axis of straight wire. So magnetic field is must equal to 0. So magnetic field at P is equal to 0. That means B3 value is equal to 0 here. Magnetic field acting on P due to this third part is equal to 0. Okay, so this is then the net magnetic field at point P is equal to the net magnetic field at point P. So dear student, I did a small mistake here. So that is, I did a small mistake. 1.57 into 10 power minus 5 Tesla, 22 by 7. So everything is clear, nothing problem. Okay. So observe here. So net magnetic field at point P is BP is equal to B1 plus B2 plus B3. B1 value is 0, B2 value is 1.57 into 10 power minus 5 Tesla plus B3 value is 0. So finally what we will get? 1.57 into 10 power minus 5 Tesla. So the net magnetic field at this point P, the net magnetic field at the point P is 1.57 into 10 power minus 5 Tesla. So this is the solution of this question. Again I will recapitulate one more time. So students, please observe carefully. This is a very simple problem and very important too. So this is a figure for this question. Observe figure carefully. Here two wires are there. First part is wire, 3 parts I consider. This total diagram I will divide as 3 parts. This is the first part and this is second part, this is third part. First part is a straight wire, second part in the shape of semicircular, third part in the shape of straight wire. Here P is the point lies on axis of first part, axis of third part. That's why due to the first part and third part, magnetic field is equal to 0. P is the point lies axis of first part and third part. If any point lies axis of straight wire, definitely magnetic field at that point is equal to 0. First part is straight wire, third part is straight wire. Here P is the point lies on axis of first and third parts. Then definitely magnetic field at that point P is equal to 0. Then second part, observe carefully. The second part is semicircular loop. You know already magnetic field due to arc formula mu naught I by 4 pi r into alpha. Here alpha value must take in radians. So if you substitute alpha value is this is here theta value is 180 degrees. Sorry, alpha value is 180 degrees. Alpha value must substitute in the form of radians. 180 degrees is equal to pi radians. If you substitute that all values in the formula, you will get B2 value is 1.57 into 10 power minus 5 Tesla. So finally, the net magnetic field at point P is at center of semicircular loop. P is nothing but center of semicircular loop. Is BP is equal to B1 plus B2 plus B3. B1 value 0, B3 value 0, then B2 value is 1.57 into 10 power minus 5 Tesla.